What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Ark Survival Evolved. My name is Splattercat, and I'm happy to have you here today as we hang out for a little while back at our base. So, during the last couple streams, what have we been up to? Well, we tamed some animals. Unfortunately, Daka drowned at the bottom of a lake. And so, I've got a couple of new scorpions over here. I haven't named this one right here because I was playing around with the console commands with him, and he's a little bit wonky and weird. This one over here was legitimately game, though. This is Big Boss Klippas. And so we'll probably bring him along whenever we go somewhere. He doesn't have a lot of HP. Watch out for certain, I don't know, every now and again my creatures seem to get stuck places, and if they get stuck beneath a lake, it's going to be a really, really bad situation for you. Ooh, thank you for the dookie. I thank you for your fecal gifts, Balasaurus Flex. He's like, you are welcome. You're welcome. And so there it is. We got ourselves a new piece of dung. What did I want to do today? I hadn't really decided. It's a new day. It's a new recording session. I think I probably want to expand out my base a little bit and make my house a little bit larger. I sort of wanted to add like a ramp along the side and then maybe like another building over here and then start fencing the whole thing off. Maybe put a gate on it so my dinosaurs could come in. But first things first, I guess we'll level up. So for right now, we do have a lot of engram points. I've leveled up 3 or 4 times in between here and the last episode. It hasn't been a whole lot because they nerfed crafting XP this week. And so unfortunately, crafting just doesn't do quite what it used to. So I suppose for right now, what I'm thinking about doing is maybe going along with, we've got a fence foundation right there. Okay. I know we need the forge because we're going to need to make metal objects pretty soon. I think that next level we get ourselves like metal pickaxes and metal axes and metal spears and things of that nature, lances, all kinds of badass things with which to poke our foes. And so since I like poking my foes, I think taking a refining forge and being able to turn metal into ingots would be a good idea. I did get a couple of metal from a rock a day or two ago when I was out farming. We're probably going to have to go out adventuring and try and find that in a little bit, but it shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. We've got Dinosaur Gateway, we've got a hidden catwalk. I actually would love to have, that's a wooden ladder right there, huh? We've got ourselves a hatch frame, which would be kind of cool. We've also got the ramp right there. Well, let's see what we can do with what we have for right now. I think we have a lot of cool items, and I think that we should be able to retrofit our house and make it look a little bit nicer if we play our cards right. How much wood do I have laying around? That would be my first question. And additionally, how much does it take me to make a ramp? Let's look. We need ramp, ramp. Ramp, 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 ramp. Is it in here? Ramp, where are you? There you are. You're at the top of the list. And so it's 60 wood. Wow, that takes a lot of wood. The crafting requirements for some of this stuff, like, honestly, I think that a lot of the things require way too many materials. Like, when it comes down to the fact that you can only hold, like, 80 wood without being overweight, even after putting a considerable amount of points into your weight, I don't know. I kind of feel like they should lower, especially since they nerfed the amount of XP by 90% that you get from crafting. They definitely need to like come up with some way to balance that out a little bit. And so yes, that you heard me correctly. They nerfed crafting XP by like 90%. It's pretty brutal right now. I'm thinking they may have overdone it, been a little bit ham-fisted about it. But what can you do? I'm not like mad or anything. It's just kind of like, okay, well, I guess crafting isn't going to work quite so well anymore. It also seems to be level-based now. Some people are saying that they think it's actually a bug. That gave us a decent amount. I mean, considering we need 200 more XP, they gave us like 7 per ramp. That's not like an amazing amount, but it's not like an awful amount either. I suppose it's workable. But yeah, I wanted to put up like a little stairway or like a little rampway in here so that like it goes in between the 2 buildings. And then we'll build a second building. The second building will have a dino gateway on it. It'll kind of be like a dino warehouse or like a dino garage where they can all hang out together, where we can put them inside. We don't have to worry about them being in the rain or like falling off this cliff off to our left. The cliff to our left is a dino destroyer, so if they fall off that cliff to the left, there's actually no way for them to get back up. They bug out and they get stuck there, and so it's a little bit lame. I think you can actually use console commands to get them out, but I haven't figured it out yet. I figure I will eventually, just not right now. So we've got a ramp right there. How do we make this work? So if I wanted this ramp, so it looks like that goes up right there. It looks like it does not, it's not obstructed. It looks perfectly fine. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? So why does it only want to put ramps in underneath my house? Or do the ramps only work if they're on foundations? Okay, so we might have learned something new here today. We might require some foundations in order to make this work properly. So let's play around with it real fast. We can always destroy the stuff that we don't want anymore. But we'll grab a foundation real quick. This is going to be a building episode, by the way. So if you were just bored to tears by building, this probably won't be the episode for you. However, if you've been waiting in your corner of the room just like, when's he going to do a building episode? This would be the one that you're waiting for. So I have a bunch of wood on this dino over here. What I need to do is I need to take these ramps and put them on Wimbledon's back real fast because it appears as though I am super overweight right now. What I'm overweight with, is it just the wood that I'm overweight with? 87, we're at 90, 156. I really feel like there's always something missing from my inventory that, like, I'm weighed down by, but it's not actually in there anywhere. I sincerely need to sit down and go through here and figure out what the hell is so heavy, because I'm always overweighted, but at the same time, I can dump, like, my entire inventory. I don't know. It must be something, like, up in here or something that's causing the problem, but I'm not sure. Don't have a lot of rocks. Don't have a lot of wood on me right now either, I suppose. Actually, we have 88. So that's a little bit more than I thought we had. Let's go for another foundation real fast. So we'll go, foundations should be down here. Oh good, we only have enough materials to make 2 because they take 80 wood apiece. And it takes forever to chop enough wood to make foundations, especially stack that with the fact that you can't carry very much. Not a big fan of the building in this game so far, just because it's so resource intensive. Like, if you take a look at the wall, that's definitely not 86 wood. At most, that's like 5 pieces of lumber on one side. Okay, it's 7 pieces of lumber on one side, 7 pieces of lumber on that side. It's a couple of trees. So if you actually extended those out and put them back into tree form, because this is essentially just like a log cabin right here. I don't know, but maybe that's just my logic over-functioning. We've got 3 foundations right now. Where did they go? There they are. So let's grab our foundations real fast. We'll put 1 back in right here. I think we're probably going to need more than that, so we'll put 1 in right here. Have like a little walkway. I think I need some more stone, so let me chop this rock real fast and get it to go away. Should only take us like 10 chops to get rid of it. Very, very weak stone right there. It has a penchant for vice. It's unfortunate. He struggled in his life. He's had a hard time. He'd be like, listen, man, you got to get off that junk. He's like, but I'm so weak. I'd be like, well, you know, you're addicted, man. You're not weak. You just have a problem. I think you can get it done. We just really got to... Oh, good, and it's not going to work the way I wanted it to. That's even better. So why will it attach to that side but not to this side? Like, what is obstructing it? I demand that you tell me what is obstructing this, because it looks perfectly clear to me. There is seriously nothing right there. Ugh. But it'll work from this side. Oh, man. So why won't that work? Oh, that's a bummer. I guess I can have it work this way. It just won't look as pretty and I won't like it as much. And so if I put this, like, how do I get this so that ramp only goes to there? I thought that I would use these as like stairs, but unfortunately it doesn't look like they work that way. It looks like they only attach to the ground. Oh, they require a wall. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense. So in order to make this work, let me go back over here. Let's go to our craftables menu real quickly. I don't see any reason to use real walls for this because it's a waste of materials. So we'll go with thatch for the interior. We'll use a thatch roof for the walkway. Okay, so that's looking pretty good right there. Let's go back to our inventory real fast. We'll take the thatch walls. We'll throw those into our 6 slot. Never insert things into your 6 slot, at least not without the aid of a doctor. And so I could put, now let's put it right here. So that's going to go right there. And this, I need another one by the way, is going to go right here if I can get it lined up. There it is. And so when that goes right there, jump back into our inventory real fast. And then we're going to ramp things up for just a minute with that right there. It's kind of weird how you target it too. Like there's like a special spot you have to look at in order to get it to work. And so can I craft myself? We've got the ceiling in here. I'm going to have to use that as a floor for right now. So we'll put that right there. Alright, there we go. And while that's in play, we'll take this right here. Ah, the sound of defecation on the breeze. What could be more stimulating? This is life. This is biology. Ah. It's kind of weird that when you really think about it, all we are is like a tube that food goes through and then processes out the other end. When you think about what a human being, like, or any animal really truly is, it's just a tube that processes material that goes inside of you. Super crazy, right? But you never think about it that way. We tend to, like, make it a lot more positive sounding, but that'll be nice right there. That looks okay. I don't like exactly the way that it played out, but that should allow us to get up onto the roof without too many problems. I'll probably make a railway and a walkway that goes around it, but for right now... How much Vuda do I have left? I only have 7 wood left. Do I have any in storage? You might have some on you. Do you have any wood on you right now? Follosaurus Flex be like, nah, I ain't had any wood on me in quite some time. It's been dry out here. I mean, I've been trying. I've been going to the bar. I've been like, hey, how you doing, bro? Just trying to make friends, buying drinks and all that fun stuff. Unfortunately, people haven't really been that into it, so it is what it is. I've been a little bit left out, a little bit lonely. It's unfortunate, but we're going to get back in the game. We're going to keep our chin up, and things are going to work out. I have way too many fibers and flaxes and things, don't I? Far, far, far too many. I did farm out narcotics for a little while because I thought, why not? We'll just like Heisenberg the hell out of this thing and create our own little drug lab inside of our house. Looks like I'm actually going to have to chop wood, and that, my friends, is not that fun. So, I will come back in just a moment after I grab myself some wood, giggity, and then we will build the last couple remaining pieces of just that little walkway. That's all that I really wanted to do anyways. It should be very, very simple. In fact, I think I might not even need to make a cut. I might be able to just go straight through this and grab myself. Oh, man, we're dehydrated again. It is so hot out here, like, all the time. And so, unfortunately, these tropical environments getting me into trouble. Let's go ahead and chop down a little bit more wood. A couple of trees falling down is not gonna hurt us. Now, I would be careful on our island. There's actually like T-Rex. I don't know exactly how it works. Weird things have been afoot. And a weird thing is afoot. Believe me, look at your foot sometime. I bet you'll be like, damn, that is a weird appendage. But anyways, what I'm getting at right now is that there are raptors and like Tyrannosaurus Rexes really near our base. I don't know what happened right here. If maybe when they patched, they cycled the map around and made it so different dinosaurs are in different spots or something. But unfortunately, it's no longer as safe around here as it used to be. I don't know if it's level scaling or what we would call that, but it's terrifying. It's terrifying and not at all good for me. Hopefully this ramp can go on top of a roof, because it can't. If it can, I'm going to cry. I will shed giant, huge man tears. Giant, huge man tears are way better than just big tears or very large tears. Giant, huge tears are the best type of tears. And so, unfortunately, my kitten, as I have told him many times, is messing with the headphones as always. Let me remove the temptation from him right now. I swear to God, this kitten is giving me ulcers. He is just a 24-hour-a-day nuisance. We'll go back, and I needed this right here. And I mean that in the most loving way possible. Like, I don't mean that in a, like, we need to get rid of him type of way. I mean it in just, like, he doesn't sleep. He really doesn't do anything but run in circles, like, 20 hours a day. And so it becomes kind of one of these situations where every now and again you're like, why won't you just go to sleep? Like, just, meh, just, like, fall over every now and again. He's like, oh, I already did that while you were sleeping. And you just be like, okay. So the ramp is completed. I went ahead and I got that all done. It looks pretty good. I got to put a wall on it right here just so it doesn't look quite so awkward as it does right now with the ramp going through right there. You would think, like, I don't know, it's kind of odd looking. I don't know if it attached to the top of that right there or what happened. But I suppose it'll work. I don't know. We used a couple of extra carpentry. That explains it. That's why you need the extra carpentry supplies right there to make it hang off of the edge all awkwardly. So I'll probably slam a wall in right there just to make it look a little bit nicer. I may slam in a wall right here as well. I don't know if it'll allow me to do that. There is the chance that it might not work like that, and that is actually protruding on the side right there. So at the end of the day, even after I put in a wall, it may still look a little bit weird. For right now, I think this is a very, very good time for us to break off the episode. No, I'm just joking. I'm just messing around with you. For right now, I think it's a good time for us to grab some of our little guys over here and bring them along with us. Let's go ahead and put them all on follow. I did see Jurassic World last night, and it was super awesome. I enjoyed the hell out of it. The only thing I didn't like is that it needed more tourists getting eaten by dinosaurs. I can speak from experience. I live in a touristy area. Like, seriously, there's like a block from my house. There's a major tourist destination. And so you get a lot of looky-loos around here. And so I could watch dinosaurs eat tourists all day long, every day. It's the greatest thing ever. Like, they needed more of that scene where the... Well, never mind. I'm not going to ruin it. But anyways, I could watch dinosaurs eat random tourists for hours. I was dying. It was the greatest thing I've ever seen in film. But still, Jurassic World was a lot better than I expected. I thought it was going to be terrible. Like, I really, really, really am cynical when it comes to just about anything anymore. Because I always get disappointed whenever I get excited about something. It's underwhelming once I get there. And so I try not to get excited. You guys are all with me right now, right? We got the Triforce and Big Boss Clippers. Big Boss Clippers. Alright, and so we got Big Boss Clippers riding around behind us. I'm excited about our new Scorpion. It's unfortunate that Doc had drowned. That was special. Like, when it happened last night, I sat there for a minute. I tried everything, too. I control out, deleted, and killed the game to see if maybe it would move his position when he came back in. I did a bunch of other stuff, and nope. There was no way to save him. And it made me feel bad about myself, too, because the only way that I could think about it is that he was so miserable in life that he had to end his life to get away from me. And I was like, oh man. You know how that makes me feel? It makes me feel awful. You should think before you do stuff like that. Like, he's like, nobody cares how I feel. I'm the one who has to be with you all day long, every day. Are you guys still with me here? They appear to be far, far behind. I think I might need to work on their speed or something. I don't know, the Triforce is always lagging behind. They weren't so bad when I had myself the Parasaur, but now that I have the Raptor, they're almost always way too far behind me to be of assistance if anything bad happens. They speed up sometimes, and they go a little bit quicker. We need to be careful in this jungle over here, by the way. It can be a little gnarly. I got jumped by a Raptor last night, and I was worried it was actually going to kill off my Raptor. Go away, Dodo. I have destroyed you with Raptor claws. Yeah, unfortunately, the Triforce seems to be taking their time. Maybe I should have brought the Parasaur instead. It would have been a little bit slower going as far as travel's concerned. But with regards to the way that everything would keep up with us, it would have been a lot easier. Oh, well. Let's go ahead. I'm going to try and hunt and kill everything along the way that we can, because keeping your dinos leveling up, obviously a very, very smart idea. A higher level dino is a happy dino. There goes another, well, it's only a level 4 Parasaur. I do need the meat, though. That's the other half of it. Also, don't fight with Stegosaurs. They actually, not because they're actually formidable, it's because they have, like, a timing on their tail attack. It stun locks you. And so I don't know if you ever played, like, Monster Hunter with, like, Lancers. They used to use cheese mode stun locking to, like, stun lock monsters and just kill them with one character. It's the exact same thing with the Stegosaurus. Their tail swing stuns everything in an AoE. And so they just sit there and they get beat to death by the Stegosaurus and they don't fight back at all. I've had it happen to a couple of my creatures now where they should have won the fight perfectly fine. And in fact, if I help them by like stabbing it and breaking the stun lock, they'll be perfectly fine. But there's a stun lock mechanic in there with Stegosauruses that you really want to watch out for. If you're not prepared for it, you can definitely lose a favored pet. Kill this Dodo because it looked at me wrong. Dodo, don't look at me like that. That's what you get, friend. That's what you get. Okay, you're not my friend. You're a Dodo, and I don't consider you a friend. But he's like, wow, that's a little bit harsh. I haven't talked to you in, like, ever. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not even like we were friends once and we were gone for a long time. I've never talked to you, and your first impression of me is that you hate me. That's the first thing you're going to say? God, Mom was right. There would be days like this. There will be days like this, my mama said. I found the metal rocks. They're like way off in the mountains over here, and I think that's probably the best thing that I can apply myself to for right now. Are you guys like headed in this direction? What are you doing right now? I'm starting to think that it was a mistake to bring the Triforce, because this dude's over here like climbing trees, doing all kinds of stuff. His Dilophodon ADD is getting in front of him. That's what, there was no Dilophodons in Jurassic World. Sort of just, I mean, there was for like a second, but it was like a hologram. Don't ask, there was a hologram thingy. It was there. It was like a cold fusion hologram thingamadoobie. And of course we pick up a bunch of weighty stuff that I gotta carry around with me. Okay, so we got a wooden hatch frame. I wanted one of those. Ooh, and a trapdoor. I'll take those. Sure, why not? These are all things that I could actually positively use, and I am positive about the fact that I could use them for positive gains on our base. We're gonna do some cool stuff with it. I'm gonna make a fire hatch. So anyways, I saw somebody... What the hell are those? A Mega Piranha? What? Are you for real right now? Is that new? When did Mega Piranhas come around? Oh my god. The world just got a little bit more real. There used to be coelacanths over here, but I guess we gotta watch out for Mega Piranhas now. Brutal. That's pretty metal. Although, did you know, like, statistically, nobody gets killed by piranhas? Like, I read that in a fact book somewhere where piranhas are always used as, like, the bad guys and, like, booby traps and things like that, where you dump somebody into a piranha pit and they get instantly consumed. But, like, the amount of deaths per capita for piranhas is essentially none. Like, I don't think it's ever happened. Like, nobody dies from piranhas. They might chew on you for just a second, but it's not that bad. They're not the way that movies make them out to be, where like, bzzzt, and they can like eat up a corpse in like a second. They do have feeding frenzies, and they do eat pretty fast. But unless you're like gushing blood everywhere. Is that a Spinosaurus? Oh my god. It got so much more dangerous around my base. I don't think that I have the narcotics to put that guy down either. I mean, I would love to give it a go, but I just don't see it occurring. Wow. That is a... He's beaten up... Really? Why don't you pick on somebody your own size, man? You feel with... I mean, don't fight with me. I'm not your size. I want to be clear about this. Every time somebody's like, oh, why don't you pick on somebody your own size? The person they're talking to automatically assumes it's them. I'm not as big as you. You can be as angry and grumpy as... Do you have a spiky tail? Holy shnikes. It's got kind of like a panthery... It looks like it can... It looks like almost like a dragon. It can stand up on its back feet, but it could just chill like that, too, if it wants to. Yeah, the Triforce is looking kind of nervous. They're like, boss, we're not going after that thing, are we? I'm like, I don't know. Seems a little risky. Seems a little risky. Let me jump up in here. We'll get the inventory space. I'm going to try and give you a little bit better movement speed so that you can stay caught up. I don't know if that's going to be worth it. Big Boss Clip is over here getting levels. Let's give him a little bit of HP so that he's more resilient. How are you all doing? Y'all looking good? You're always looking good because you're my Triforce beautiful buddies. Ah, Pretty Lady Amaranth is all done. I would take such good care of my raptor. I don't know. I have an affinity for my female pets. I brought this up, but I don't know. They tend to be more sassy. They tend to have more personality. Like, my female cat died a couple weeks ago, and I just been bummed out about it. Like, I really do. I sincerely miss her because she injected just, like, a little bit of sassiness into every situation. Whereas my big male cat, he's a teddy bear, but sometimes you don't want a teddy bear. Sometimes you want something as a challenge. So anyways, probably with my raptor, let's increase the melee damage a little bit. It's only like a 15% damage increase. If there's a Spinosaurus right there, we can reasonably assume that there's probably more of them around here somewhere. Maybe give them... He's still chasing those dodos around. He must have a taste for dodos. He just loves them. That dodo flavoring. New ramen noodles with dodo flavor packets. Looks like he's turning around this way too. Hold on. I'm going to try and go around him because I don't want to become a victim of circumstance here. I think we could probably take him. In between the Triforce and Big Boss Clippers, we could probably take him because the Triforce is really, really, really leveled up right now. Like, they're pretty beefy as far as Dilophodons go. I think they're all, like, in their middle 20s as far as levels go. But I'd still rather not risk losing any of our little friends on them. I like my pets, and when they die in this game, it makes me really sad. I definitely had some swear words to say when... He's kind of further down the beach. Okay, I definitely had some swear words when Daka died. Let's swing across the river right here. The next couple episodes, I think we're probably not going to be building much. Instead, what I'm going to try and do anyways is we're just going to hang out. I hate that about the Scorpion AI. When the Scorpions swim, they zigzag in front of you, and it becomes a huge, huge problem. Hold on, back to shore, everybody. Back to shore, unless you guys are going to kill him. If you guys are going to kill him, that'd be great, but I still need stamina, so let's go ahead and get back up to the surface here. We'll just hang out on the shore real fast. Let you guys get some stamina back so that you don't drown. You do have to be careful about that. Your pets will drown. Well, hell, Mega Scorpions make this whole exploration business a little bit more dangerous. Why do all the dinosaurs look so sweaty? Do dinosaurs have sweat glands? I remember that being in Jurassic Park back in the day where they had like those weird, on the back of their necks, they were like oozing a nasty amount of just, I think it was like a stinky pheromone fluid or something like that. But they all had like neck holes that were just like oozing liquid everywhere. I don't know if that was like a way for them to vent heat or if it was a way, I know that some dinosaurs with the little fans they had on their back, that's how they vented heat. I don't want to be on the same beach as this Spinosaurus at all. Spinosaurus can keep its beaches. I don't want him. He can have him. He's too scary for me. It might be a she. I don't know. With dinosaurs, are the males the bigger ones or the females? It kind of depends on the mating system, though. So, for example, sexual dimorphism. Well, we'll talk about it next episode. But anyways, if you have a society where the biggest gets to mate with all the females, so, for example, with gorillas, there tends to be a great exaggeration in size in between the males and the females. If you live with, like, chimpanzees, for example, where chimpanzees are polyamorous, they just, like, sleep with everybody in the colony and they don't really care. They kind of, like, swap around, as I recall. I might be wrong, actually. I might be wrong. Chimpanzees polyamorous? Or do they mated pair? I can't remember. It's been a long time since I took my primatology class. Ugh. Go ahead and get them, Big Boss Clippers. This is all you. There you go, pal. Stay on him. Stay on him. Let him have some. I'm a little bit blind right now, so unfortunately, you just have to leave me around a bit. Oh, wow. There's like a big old herd of you little bastards over here, aren't there? I'm going to try and eliminate some of these. There's one right there. Oh, that's my dino. And there we go. We got another Dilophodon down. Did we lose our scorpion? Where's he at? Oh, he's stuck on this log right here. I'm stuck on you, log. Chop this log real fast so that we're all nice and free again. It looks like everybody... This driftwood tends to be one of the biggest stressors for me when it comes to the pathfinding and the AI. Wow, you guys are just feasting, aren't you? Oh, that one's unconscious? Well, just put it out of its misery, man. Don't make this go any further than it has to. How'd you knock that one out? Is it immune? Huh. It certainly appears to be. Why certainly? I can't seem to hit him. Let's go back off, and I'm going to drag them off the corpse for just a second. Can't see very well either, so let me pop a torch real fast. My torches go pop. Your torches can do whatever they want, but mine go pop, pop. To take care of them. I think that I'm going to go back now and see if I can get rid of this corpse. I want to know if he's immune or not. Yeah, it looks like he's gone immune. I wonder if he's going to wake up and come back for Rwenge. I hope not. Let's head up into the hills, and where we want to go is if we're actually looking for the rocks. If you look up north, you see where it says me right there? There's a couple like big topographic circles on top of the mountain. That would be where you're going to find the metal rocks. Unfortunately, it's really dangerous up there, and there are a lot of raptors. And I did want to bring you all along for the adventure because at any moment we could lose some of our friends right here. So where is Dankity? Did we leave Dankity behind? Dankity! The pathfinding in this game drives me nuts. Like, it is seriously, like, really, really, really bad. Where the hell is Dankity? Did he die? Dizzle, Dilo. Thought I saw him for a second. There he is. He's stuck on this big rock over here. Damn it. They really need to work on... They need to make it how it is in MMOs, where if your pet gets too far behind you, it just teleports up with you. I realize that people will not like that, but people are going to have to deal with the fact that this game has a lot of complicated collision planes in it. And due to that fact, your dinosaurs... I spend probably 50% of the time every time I go on an adventure just trying to keep my dinosaurs from being stuck on stuff. And so I think that would actually be one of the next major things. Originally, I'd say that performance was the thing. Like right there, they are now all stuck on this driftwood. And so see what I mean? And it happens so frequently that I tend to just leave my pets behind now. There. Get you guys all off that wood. I think I'm going to break off the episode right here. I'm probably going to head inwards. I'm going to dump some of this wood too. But anyways, my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here for the next episode of Ark Survival Evolved. A little bit of an uneventful episode, but I think every now and again you got to have an uneventful one. You can't always be go, 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 go with the way this game works. I'm going to try and work my way up towards some of these rocks over here. I'm going to pick on this Carbonemus too. And if everybody wants to fight with it and just cause problems for it, that'd be great. I'll see y'all next time. Hi, do everybody.